The SFL postgame show is on the air from an exhausted crew here. Stephen Mullinex and Cameron Irvine on hand to summarize and recap a ridiculous night of SFL action. The line is open, 210-473-8428. We want to give you a shot, especially if you played tonight, to give your thoughts on how this postseason has gone so far. And I know that a lot of you are really interested in finding out just how many tackles for loss that Baltimore had. And Lee Oldfield had 8, which I believe is an SFL record. 8, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18 tackles for loss for Baltimore tonight. And they also had, getting the sack numbers for you, they also had 5 sacks, which actually was a little bit less than I thought they had originally. Again, 210-473-8428. If you want to get on the call with me and discuss the SFL action tonight, if you joined us late, a 35-30 victory for Minneapolis. And we still have Stephen with us to provide some analysis, although he is not hooked up to the post-game show headset. But both road teams win tonight in one-possession games. I don't know what else you want.
No, and I don't think you can ask for 2 better games, how they came down there at the end. And 2 really kind of underdogs. Both teams not necessarily favored.
Minneapolis definitely an underdog.
Not favored going into this game. It bodes well for tomorrow night. Let's see if that trend continues. And both as getting some amazing games to call and watch, and see if they're as close and as tight as these underdogs can continue to win out.
Yeah, I think people will probably maybe going into the night and say, I think Santa Fe and Louisville, they're 2 of the best teams. Maybe a potential championship game matchup, they're fine. But after tonight, I think people are going to probably need to rethink that.
Absolutely. I don't know about you guys out there, but I know me and Cam, we're emotionally spent after watching these 2 games. What tremendous action! Let's give a virtual hand clap to these owners and coordinators, and they have entertained us all season, and they did not leave us wanting at the end of these games.
We'll give a couple more minutes, the opportunity for people to call in. I know it's very late on the East Coast, 11:15, so I wouldn't be surprised, although we've got our first call of the night as I say that. 559, you're on the SFL postgame show.
What's going on, baby?
Mag Wavy Jr. in the playoffs, or advancing in the playoffs, and I would have loved to have had a camera on you to watch your reactions as the game unfolded tonight.
Oh man, it was great times. Great time to be a Mauler, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely tonight, and I think it shows that. When duty calls, Thomas Paternitti is there through thick and thin. He put together a pretty tremendous game plan for you guys tonight.
Yes, sir, man. Coach told us going in it was going to be a little bit hard, but he called everything right. Jumped up to a big lead, and they kind of it was 13-14, and we knew we had a war, but that was the kind of game we wanted. We wanted a close one. We wanted to just stay right there. Just you know what I mean? We were there the whole time, and that play before halftime, that they made. Sometimes you just gotta tip your hat to the next team. God damn, that took our excuse my language, but man, I was like, God damn, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to curse at some of these plays. I know that we almost dropped the S word here a few times tonight, especially watching plays like Deshaun Miller with his pick and the one-handed catch by Escobar and all of the dramatic plays, obviously from Minneapolis and Sioux Falls. But there's a mega matchup brewing potentially either way in the Teal Conference Championship. If Santa Fe prevails, you've got the storyline of, you went down against Santa Fe the first go-around. That was tough. and that was a tough pill to swallow and a really tough loss for you guys. If Orlando advances, you not only get a home game, but it'll be two very established owners, two former champions of the SFL, going at it for the right to advance one last time. Either way, SFL probably wins with either matchup.
Yeah, I say for you guys, it's a win-win. It's going to be a great matchup either or. You know, of course, we want a home game. Who doesn't want to play at home? I feel, the Maulers felt a little cheated that first game, the second game of the season when I went down. You know, it was real close, and then it got a little out of hand after that. And you know, that's the game I want. You know, I want to play at home. I want both games, but I want to redeem myself so bad against Santa Fe. Congratulations on Matt Wilson, you know, player of the year, you know. So it's going to be a battle. And the defense, my defense ready, man. You know, that first drive, you know, they set the tone, I feel. You know, they got some big pressure on the QB, and I just thought, you know, it was a shootout, so they weren't on their A game, but they did enough just to get us where we had to be.
Man, come on, man. You know this is too exciting. You're not hanging them up, are you? Come on, man.
Look, I just want to go to the right situation. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I feel like I dropped the ball on something because I had something perfect, and the Maulers is perfect. This is where I wanted to be, you know, but that fell through, and there's been an owner that's been great to me, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I still don't know what I want to do yet. I'm still worried about next week before I start talking about this stuff.
Hey,
you see that?
good.
About something I shouldn't be.
Good point. Hey, you know me. I'm the journalist. I'm always gonna try to get you to talk about things that really don't matter at the time. So sorry about that. It's in my blood. But
it's all right.
But I mean, hey, if you keep playing the way you're playing, I don't think you're going to have a problem, finding the right situation for you. But either way, this game was tremendous, and Sioux Falls is obviously an incredibly difficult opponent, and to take them down on the road in your first season as a rookie, you don't feel like a rookie anymore, do you?
No, I don't. You know, I got that first playoff win, and you know, I feel like Steve Young. You know, it's not the Super Bowl, but I feel like I got a monkey off my back. You know, these last two times against Sioux Falls, man, they had my number. It just seemed like I was making these rookie mistakes like that. Like if I was leaving something on tape and they were just capitalizing on it. You know, so me and Coach, we went back over the game plan, and you know who took a lot off my shoulder today is my man Bode. You know, he got that long run. He had over 100 yards today, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100-yard monster there for Doug Bose.
Yeah, so no, I don't. To tell you the truth, I don't feel like a rookie. I feel that I'm surrounded by some great people, and you know, they brought me along quick.
Mac Wavy Jr., how you going to celebrate tonight, man?
Oh, I'm calling you from, we're already out eating dinner, me and the guys. You know, everybody says hello to Cam. You know, all the guys is over here psyched. You know, they're most of them at the bar. You know what I mean? Getting them big drinks in. Hey,
all right, man.
Guess who they? Well, hold on. Guess who they left with the bill?
Who?
The player of the game.
Who? The player of the game?
No, the player. The whoever got player of the game. They said they had to pay.
Oh, okay, yeah, man, that's a bummer for you, man. But hey, I didn't know that many Sioux Falls bars were open at 10:20 on a Wednesday night. Where'd you find that hole in the wall?
Man, we after we beat Sioux Falls, it wasn't what was open. We kicked the door open and made it ours, baby.
All right, thanks.
Nobody wanted to serve us anything, anyways, Coach.
Mag Wavy, enjoy the celebration, and we'll see you on Tuesday, either at home or at Santa Fe.
All right, Cam, sounds good. You have a great night.
All right, you too. Open line now, 210-473-8428. Mac Wavy Jr., man, you just gotta love his personality.
Yeah, you know, I don't think he's going to have a problem finding another team next season if he's up to it. He shouldn't.
He said that there wasn't any place open, but they're kicking down the doors and opening places.
Well, you never know. He took over for Marconi this season. Maybe he might do it again.
I tell you what, that would be pretty interesting. 850, you're on the SFL postgame show.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. I got T-Pat here?
Yeah, that's me.
All right, awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the victory. I just gotta ask you. It's playoffs, baby. I'm sure you took that extra personally this week to try to put your team in the right position.
Oh, definitely. The game planning has kind of slipped a little. I've been really busy, but I feel like, especially this time of the season, I really owe it to everyone. Give it my best effort and you put everybody in the best position to win the game. Yeah,
and that you did tonight, and we saw a little bit more running out of Bose. We saw, Jalen Miller had a pretty good night, consistent night. But Mac Wavy Jr. really conquered his demons against Sioux Falls, and now that Sioux Falls' season is done, I'm curious as to know what you felt was the biggest difference tonight with Mac Wavy Jr. in the passing game, limiting the turnovers against a tough Sparrow defense.
I think not even necessarily related just to him, but I think we really had to run the ball a lot more. I was starting to see that our offense was getting pretty stale, way too many swing passes. Just taking some of those out, making sure we go back to fundamental football. We're always going to be a passing team, no doubt about that, but we got to run the ball too. We got to keep the defense honest. I think that really made a big difference tonight in the passing game, ironically.
How much does it mean to you well, first of all, you escape with a victory, with a goal line stand against Houston last week, just to get in the playoffs. I mean, we didn't even know if the Maulers were even going to make it, and now you go on the road to Sioux Falls and get a victory. How much does it mean to have sort of that one last crack at it here as you enter in a new phase of your life?
Well, I'm very excited, and I'm especially excited for our players because, we haven't had a bad season, but we haven't had probably the season that I promised them or that they maybe expected coming in. So to be able to make at least a nice push at the end of the season, really do the best we can in the playoffs, I think I owe that to them, and I'm excited for them because, it's a lot more fun to win than lose.
Yeah, this season has certainly been a different one. That defense tonight gave up another 30 number. Any thoughts of how that defense can get that number down? It's really been a struggle on that side of the ball this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I actually didn't feel like we played too badly on defense.
No.
So we got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I feel like we limited their running game. I mean, our goals going in were to try to get pressure on the quarterback, try to limit the running game, and just make them beat us through the air. That's a team that I think they put 57 points on somebody. I mean, so
right.
That's a team that could score a ton of points. So if, just winning was our goal, but we thought if we could hold them down to about 30 or something like that, that's quite an accomplishment. And when you play teams like Sioux Falls or Santa Fe or Louisville, I mean, those teams can score almost 70 points if they get you on a bad night. So, any stop, any field goal, we had a lot of, kind of like the Patriots, we bend but didn't break a lot of times. We forced field goals instead of giving up touchdowns. And then, that long touchdown at the end of the half, I mean, I don't take anything away from them because they actually called the play and executed it. But that was kind of it happens. What can you do about it,
T-Pat, I know that in an alternate reality, you would most definitely be returning to the league next season, and we're just now starting to see the whole user-player element play out and you're seeing these these good guys like Jalen Miller and T. Cabell and Mac Wavy Jr. and guys that have panned out for your squad. What are your thoughts on sort of the future of the SFL and how far it can go?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. I'm really excited about everything that's happening. I honestly wish I had more time to be a bigger part of it. I love the idea of the user players. I love the idea of getting guys involved. I feel like it's kind of the vision that you had for the league for a long time, and it's finally coming to fruition. I feel like all your hard work is finally coming to fruition, and I really couldn't be more excited about it.
Thomas,
I don't sound as excited as I am because I've been sick for like the last week. That's why my voice is a little down.
Well, you put together pretty good game plans when you're sick, but Thomas Paternitti, owner of the Minneapolis Maulers and head coach, lives to fight another week as you'll take on either Orlando and Santa Fe next week in the championship game. Wouldn't that be something if you and Orlando were back at it again, a rematch of the Season 4 championship game with both of you on your last hurrahs? Wouldn't that be something? Obviously, the Santa Fe game pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, both of those guys are phenomenal coaches. Kyle or Ramos, I have a lot of respect for both of them. I believe we played our championship game against Orlando, and that was one heck of a game. Yeah. And I'm sure that no matter which of those two opponents we play, it's going to be, it's just like tonight. It's one of those games where you put in your best game plan, but you can't really go into that game thinking for sure we're going to win because the caliber of team is very high and the caliber of coaching is very high. So you just hope for the best.
Mr. Paternitti, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, Ken.
I want to bring Stephen back in here just a moment. If you'd like to call in, 210-473-8428, but we're about to wrap this up here shortly. Stephen, it just amazes me. You can't make this stuff up. You can't write these scripts, and you can't keep these guys down either. It was very easy back in Week 8, especially where Orlando and Minneapolis' records were to say, it looks like Queen City, or as well as a veteran team, as a team that's won, 3 championships. They were a little down, and it just seemed like those champion stalwart type teams were just not having the success, and or this was going to be their last hurrah. And then all of a sudden, fast forward a month later, and these guys are still tearing it up and still giving people fits. Just amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, and I think it speaks to the quality of the people that you have involved in the leagues and the owners, right down from the owners to the coaches to the players. Parity has been a really big positive in the league this season, with so many teams having postseason possibilities right into the final couple weeks of the season. I mean, would you expect anything less that everyone's going to bring their best? And this league, it's hard to get wins in this league, even harder now because of these great owners. Really a big tribute to them. They're doing their homework. They're doing their work. They're putting in the time. They're making the effort. It just gets harder as you go to the top. And we talked about the Roughnecks going into next week. Who would I'd rather face? And I'd love to be home because we've only lost one game at home. But if we got an opportunity to play the Wolfpack, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And they, through this season, have proven to be the best. What better challenge than the Wolfpack at home?
And our final thoughts tonight really reflect on Baltimore. There are the LeBron Jameses and the Michael Jordans and the Peyton Mannings and the Brett Favres and the guys that were able to get it done. and there were the Carl Malones and the Dan Marinos and the guys that just couldn't get it done. And this era for Baltimore, this 2.5 years of Dazzo football, and which, by the way, it's much deserved that we should give Joe Dazzo's stat line 10 tackles. I don't think that he had that little amount of tackles. One pass defended, but I mean, he had such a good game tonight. And Oldfield too, 11 tackles, a couple of sacks, and those 8 tackles for losses was ridiculous. but Baltimore era ends without satisfaction. They never even made it to a title game, yet they were so good for so many years. It's just sad to see them fall short as they've done, and it just kind of leaves a pit in your stomach that of all the storylines in the SFL, that one never was written. It's too bad.
Yeah, and but they were so close, Cam. It was so close tonight. They had their opportunities. We talked about the importance of Dazzo staying clean. Ironically, it's an interception right near the end zone where they had a chance to win the game in the closing moments. An unfortunate end to some great legacies. But we're talking almost as if Baltimore's folding, and they're not.
No.
But these players are obviously retiring a great trio. But as far as Baltimore is concerned, they've still maybe the era has closed on these players, but their legacy is yet to be fully written.
Yeah. Final stat line on Mike Dazzo, because he deserves that. 29 of 40, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very important 2 picks. He did not take a sack this evening. So the final scores, Minneapolis 35, Sioux Falls 30, Dallas 20, Baltimore 16. It was another tremendous night of SFL playoff action. It reminds me of the Tallahassee-Orlando overtime, the Baltimore-Minneapolis overtime, just the pandemonium that we had last year, really ushering in that next wave of SFL energy, and we're about to embark on that. But first, we have tomorrow's doubleheader, Orlando, Santa Fe, followed by Queen City and Louisville. Tuesday, November 1st, it'll be Dallas playing either Queen City at home or Louisville on the road. It'll be Minneapolis playing either Orlando at home or Santa Fe on the road. Another doubleheader for the conference championships, Tuesday, November 1st. Then Saturday, November 5th, it all comes together. Stephen, myself, Damon Simeon, Michael Irvine, we will all be here to witness the 7th SFL champion crowned in league history. For all of us at the SFL Network, I'm Cameron Irvine saying good night, everybody.